Welcome back to CAD 101, the Fusion track. In the last episode, we built the tail fin using lines and dimensions. Today, we level up our game. We're going to build the nose cone not only using lines, but we're going to add in arcs and make it 3D using the Revolve tool. This is where flat sketches turn into smooth, aerodynamic geometry. Let's cook. All right, here we go in Fusion. So just like our last few files, we're making a part. So we're going to be in part design. Units are still going to be in inches. So we're going to hit create new. First thing we always do is save. So I'm pressing the save button. We are making our nose cone. We are in the model rocket folder, so we can hit save. First thing we're going to do is we're going to sketch. Before I do that, I'm going to hover over the Revolve button. So later, at the end of this, to turn this 3D, we're going to use the Revolve feature versus extrude. So if you look at it, it says revolves a sketch profile. So that's basically something that you've sketched, and it revolves 360 degrees around a selected axis. So if you look at that picture, you can see there's kind of almost a part of an hourglass shape, and then there's a vertical line. And what it does is it takes that hourglass shape and it revolves it, in their example, 180 degrees around that line. So nose cone is going to be the exact same thing. So first we're going to create that sketch. We're going to create this one on the front face because we're going to create our shape going this way up here, and then we're going to revolve it around the y-axis. So we're going to start by creating kind of the base and the lip of our object. So the nose cone has a lip or kind of a plug that goes inside of the body tube. So if you remember from the first video, our body tube had an inner diameter of 0.7. So our plug portion is actually going to have the exact same inner and outer diameters as our smaller inner body tube, because they both have to go inside that bigger body tube. So I'm going to start by creating the sketch for kind of, I call it the plug, but the inner tube kind of portion. And then we've got the lip. So this is the bottom of our rocket, or our nose cone. And then I'm going to come straight up from the origin. And since I hovered over the origin, it's a little bit hard to see, but there's a dotted blue line right over top of the green line. And I'm going to go up a little ways. And this is just roughly where we're going to end up creating some 3-point arcs to go between these points. So now I've got my kind of overall shape minus the arc. I'm going to dimension this up a little bit. So from this bottom corner here to the origin, this is our inner diameter, which was 0.65. This point to the origin was the outer diameter of our inner body tube, which was 0.69. And then from this point to the origin, all the way down, this is the overall shape, the body tube outer diameter, 0.75. So it really gets kind of narrow here. And that's exactly what we want. We've got this little lip, which goes inside of the regular body tube. And then it has a little ledge right here. And this will sit on top of the main body tube, and we want this dot to line up exactly with where our body tube is going to be, and that's why we use those same diameters as the other parts. And I'm sorry, I did this wrong. These need to be divided by 2. Since we are revolving these points only go to the radius, and these were diameters originally. So like I've mentioned before, Fusion is a calculator. So if I go 0.65 divided by 2, 0.69 divided by 2 and 0.75 divided by 2. Now that's the right shape and the right diameters. I do want this line to go up about 1/2 inch. So 0.5. I want this to be 0.5 as well. And there we go. Our little line right here, that's way up here, I want this to be 0.2 or 0.1. This is the wall thickness of our nose cone. And I also want the bottom dot to the origin to be 3.75. So 3.76 ends up being the overall height of our nose cone. So the last thing we need to do to get this to be a closed profile is we're going to go to our arc tool. So 3-point arc right here. So under create, arc, and 3-point arc. From the bottom dot here, we're going to connect this to our inside dot here. So left click, get a kind of little curve going. Then we're going to go from the top dot to our outside dot here, left click. So now we kind of have the overall shape. I'm going to dimension these off real quick. And before I do that, let's keep this vertical. So vertical constraint. Actually, not collinear here. We want to, well, actually, collinear. We want this line to be collinear with our y-axis. I need to bring it back. So the eyeball here on origin, click on my y-axis. You'll notice that arc locks in place, is now constrained. And last but not least, I want this outside arc to be dimensioned. And we're just going to click on the other one, other arc, to make them equal to each other. So that way they're kind of parallel. And now as I zoom in, all of my lines are black, so we are fully constrained. So now hopefully you're ready for the wow factor. So now we're going to finish this sketch. We're going to we'll leave the origin there for 1 second because we're going to revolve around that origin, the y-axis. So we're going to hit revolve. My profile already exists. Here in my pop-up, I've got one selected for the profile. Perfect. My axis is going to be my y-axis. And there we go. There is our nose cone fully revolved. Now I'm just going to do like the last couple of videos. I'm going to change the physical material, make that plastic. I went with a red body tube in my last video, so I'm going to hit A for appearance. And this one, I'm going to make it blue. We're going to go a little patriotic here. So we're going to go with the blue plastic here. Hit close. Hide that origin. And hit the home just so we can get a 3D view. So there is our nose cone. As you can see, it's got that little bit of a, almost like a plug. That's going to go inside of our body tube. The rest of this will sit right on top. It'll be aerodynamic and smooth all the way up to this pointed nose. So that is our nose cone. So now we have all 4 parts of our rocket modeled. In the next episode, we're going to bring everything together. We're going to go into a new workspace that's called the assembly workspace. And we're going to use joints, rigid groups, and circular patterns to make our model rocket complete. So make sure your nose cone sketch is fully constrained before moving on. clean geometries, build clean assemblies. Let's cook.